Hello, I'm David French at the CNN Washington Bureau. Today's world is smaller than ever because of the instant communications available through a variety of sources like CNN. But the desire for this level of communication is not new. The world of amateur radio has been connecting for decades and has developed a fraternity of caring global citizens whose goodwill is an inspiration for all of us. What follows is a rare event from the summer of 1990 in Seattle, an event that captured the essence of the 1990 Goodwill Games. Amateur radio sports participants from 15 countries competed in the first ever World Radio Sports Team Championship as one of the official Goodwill Games events. In addition, through the wonder of amateur radio, more than 1,000 amateur radio operators from over 140 countries were able to participate. Truly a world event promoting goodwill. As a journalist, I am proud to present this story of communications and goodwill. As an amateur radio operator, I am proud to count myself among these unique diplomats of our planet.
It's not something you're generally conscious of, but I remember at times thinking about the fact that this is an activity which involves the whole world. People who are farmers and engineers and teachers and everybody.
Иметь общение со всем миром.
To communicate with all the world. And all people are friends. I don't know any other kind of sport that so unites people.
Который бы так объединял людей.
Every day I go on the radio, I have a new friend.
Everyone's excited to be meeting you on Monday night, our time, Monday night. Willie, go ahead.
I remember that night, 4 years ago or so, talking about this. It's really going to be something.
Thanks very much. QRZ from November 7 Tango Tango Stroke Whiskey Golf.
November 7 Tango Tango, this is William X-Ray 0 Bravo.
W7 November Germany, Stroke Whiskey Germany.
W7 WKR from WG.
CQ Goodwill, W7 Kilo Japan Japan Stroke Whiskey Germany. Hello Goodwill, W7 KJJ Stroke Whiskey Germany. CQ Goodwill, W7 Kilo Japan Japan Stroke Whiskey Germany. Contest.
November 1 Alpha Uniform, you're 59624.
IQSL 5904 N1AU.
Thank you very much indeed.
Kilo Mexico 7 Echo Stroke Whiskey Golf. Contact.
It's just as intense as professional baseball or soccer or anything else, and it reflects in these meetings because when you meet these people, it's like meeting members of your own family.
22 teams representing 15 countries arrived hoping to win the gold in the World Radio Sports Team Championship.
Hello again. Меня зовут Лол, меня зовут Ward.
Alexei.
Steve.
Hello.
Yes.
Friends tell us that you...
Hey, Becky, is this for me? Come on.
Nice to meet you. Many you.
Chip.
Old timers.
Hi.
Good to see you,
Hi,
my
Chip.
friend.
Good to see you.
Welcome to America.
Well, thank you.
Yours, Ed? Right through there, right through. You're a tired boy.
Well, a little bit.
Not too tired for a party, though, huh?
No, not really. No. A little party is okay. Yes.
Okay, we'll have a little party.
It was showing me to our airport. Yeah, 26 hours. At the airport? Oh, no sleep. It's terrible. Yeah. It's very terrible. Well, actually, you see, this was the design of the U.S. team, so that the Soviet team will be very tired. Because we don't want the Soviet team, of course, to win.
I remember when I was a kid talking to, listening to people in Europe, and the first time I discovered that you could hear these people on these simple little antennas, and I mean, we're talking about a radio station that costs $40 to put together, and and it took me a little while before I was able to contact one of these people, but for a few weeks I was listening and hearing these people and trying to figure out what to do to get in with the crowd and actually be able to contact them.
Did you recognize them right away?
Yes, of course. I knew right away this was Danny.
We've seen some pictures of each other.
Yes. We exchanged those pictures.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is amazing.
It really is.
I learned Morse code when I was about 7. I just learned my name. That's about it. And then I'd learn other things like I love you, Grandpa, or something like that, and I'd send it. And I'd find myself in the basement for hours just practicing, playing with this little oscillator. And from then I just took off and I started talking to people with his call sign. And I was just, wow, I can talk to somebody in Europe.
Okay, we just have to make a change for us.
Yes,
okay, no problem. Okay, no problem.
When we started to talk about it, I don't think the world was quite ready for this. So the initial talks were extremely difficult because there were so many logistical problems to work it out. But as we all know, the world came halfway to help us out with this thing. So this is I would almost call it like the greatest thing in amateur radio contesting forever. So these people are not just another ham operators, they are the world-class people, and since they are representing the whole community, nothing like this has ever happened before.
About contacts between WG stations. Is it allowed?
Oh, absolutely, yes, you can work the other WG station.
Then there's a contradiction and you'll deduct points. Well, clearly if we're not logging the time into the log, how are you going to do that?
Because we've got the tape recordings that are going by serial.
But I think the question was, can you use the MFJ tuner as a receive antenna? Is that okay?
For the receiver?
Yeah.
If you're not using...
I will call the host station and I'll say your team will use call sign N0AX. They will all be 1x2, 2x1, or 1x3 reasonable call sign.
The idea of this competition came, say, approximately 2 years ago when we have a first East-West amateur radio expedition on Mali Wysocki Island with our Finnish friends. Marty, Laine OH2BH, and myself have discussed the possibility of this kind of a competition, and there was a good chance, Goodwill Games.
There's no doubt in my mind that what we're dealing with in this group of people are essentially the best there is. And it's just like you compare it to an Olympic sporting event. The guy who comes in last in the 100-yard dash will run 50% faster than you or I could. And that's exactly what we're dealing with here. The last place finisher in this thing is still the best there is.
When we first started working on this a couple years ago, we had no idea of what we were putting together. As well, you can see what's happened. It's developed to be one of the most amazing get-togethers I could ever conceive of happening in the world of amateur radio sporting. And it's phenomenal that we could put together so many representatives of so many amateur radio countries sending their best teams here to fight it out for the gold medal.
W7 Kilo Japan stroke Whiskey Germany contest.
QRZ contest K7 Lima Zulu Japan stroke Ward game QRZ.
What may seem simple requires a great deal of skill and knowledge. Each team, using identical equipment, will try to contact as many amateur radio operators throughout the world in the 10-hour time limit of the contest. All contacts are logged and recorded and are made both by voice and Morse code. These competitors represent the best in the world, so the tension before the start of the competition is felt by everyone.
The winner will be someone who had luck. That is what I think. Because I would say everyone here is good enough to win it.
Everybody's a champion in this group. Nobody's going to lose, that's the important thing, but it's anybody's race, I really feel that way.
I've come here to win. We'll see. Everybody thinks he's going to win it. Well, we'll see.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
QRZ from November 7, Zulu Zulu, stroke Whiskey Golf.
Delta November Whiskey, my number please.
Alpha Hotel 6 Alpha Zulu. Thank you.
I'm still buzzing from what we call a pile-up, where you get up to five contacts in a minute, and you just have to serve them as quick as you can, no extra messing about. If anyone slows you down, you get very frustrated, and you just got to keep going, keep giving the numbers out, getting the numbers back in, go on to the next one, as fast as you possibly can.
I got 024. Is that Victor Echo 5 Alpha India Yankee?
We are going not so bad, just behind the first, but we have not too many information from the other team, you know, very difficult, just rumors. We are quite satisfied. The power is not too much, radio are working, no noise, great.
Oh, good team operating here.
Okay, things are going well here.
The main strategy in the contest is that you must find the best place, because there is always some propagation to some part of the world. You are looking for stations, you are screening different frequencies, trying to find out important multiplier or special stations which give them additional points. For example, they have to collect as many countries as possible, not only contacts. But
Okay, K7WA stroke WG. K7 Whiskey Alpha stroke WG. K7WH.
W7 Willie King Romeo stroke WG. CQ Contest W7 WKR stroke WG. CQ Contest W7 Willie King Romeo
Franciát, németet adna mind van.
Of course, we are listening to our competitors, how they are doing, and if they are ahead, we are trying to speed up.
Kilowatt 5 November Echo 59 or 105.
the boss doesn't allow me to have a meal now, so I must wait until the end of the contest.
7 November Germany, stroke Whiskey Germany, calling CQ contest and listening.
It's possible to have as many contacts as possible, but also as many different countries as possible. So we have to look for some rare countries who are not many hams on the air. So if we found many of them, we will win, of course. Yeah?
QSL W7 WKR stroke WG. What? K1 what? No, K1, who is it? Sugar Oscar 591343. K1, what is it, Oscar?
De hallottam ezért, VK visszahívott például másik amerikai. SSB-n is hívott vissza VK amerikai.
Sugar Baker Ocean 591347.
Maradjál! Oké, ment.
Contest W7 Whiskey King Romeo stroke Whiskey Golf W7 WKR stroke Whiskey Golf QRZ. November 6 Juliet Mike 591331.
Contest is over.
W7 Lima Zulu Papa 591212.
15 minutes or so to
find out.
Oh, okay.
Put it on there.
Woo! All right. Ow! Oh, man.
What was the toughest thing you had to do?
Hány óra felé volt, amikor nagyon rosszul ment? Ugye 4 órája?
The last three hours, I think.
Why?
It was slowing down.
It's a buzz right now. It's been, it was quite a rush there at the end. We got a couple of new countries, and then we just blasted into the central United, in the East Coast for the last 10, 15 minutes. It was just wild. We picked up another, 50 or 60 contacts here real fast.
We missed a lot of counters. So it's very funny that we couldn't work Yankee Victor, we couldn't work Hotel Kilo,
X-Ray Echo.
So X-Ray Echo, like Mexico, Colombia, and those countries.
We ran just about the whole time, really. We never really searched in pounds. We ran, just, picked a frequency and ran. So that, makes it fun.
in Seattle. It's been a major socializing event between these countries. And everybody has thought that if anything is depending on this group, so there will be no problems of any kind in this world, and the world is going to be a much better place to be in.
We had here a lot of Russians, Eastern European countries and so on, and maybe this can be the first step for something of more that can happen after several years. Our hobby cancels the borders, and when you arrive first in foreign countries where you've never been before, you always find a friend.
The contest is here to serve our egos. We want to compete, we all want to win, we all want to do well. But it's so nice to see that the social aspect is coming through even more strongly than what we had expected. These people, they are so friendly, and I don't think that we remember anymore who is Soviet and who is American, who is from England. So we just do things together and we socialize together. So it's amazing to see this thing happening.
Вот, к примеру, я никогда до этого не был в Америке, но благодаря американским радиолюбителям,
I'm here because of the hospitality of the owner of this home. While here, I've made new friends. This is the result of friendship and cooperation between radio amateurs of the world.
This contest is just kind of the tip of the iceberg of this whole experience out here in terms of meeting all these people and having all of these well-known, experienced contestants in one room. The contest is the tip of the iceberg.
It's not important to win. We won now. We won something to be here, and that's great.
It's kind of hard to think that we cannot honor them all at the same time. But because of the nature of this game, we have to select 3 teams to receive the gold and silver and bronze medal tonight.
It's an automatic passport of friendship. You drive by down the road and you've got a call sign on your car, someone else with another call sign, you're honking and yelling at each other, you want to talk on the radio immediately from car to car on the highway. You see someone walking around with a name tag or something, it's an instant passport of friendship, and you can't ask for more than that in this world.
I think that the more important that it was an opportunity to meet not only top amateur radio operators, but just American people. I discovered that Americans are very friendly people, and from the other hand, I discovered that people are the same all over the world.
I have Italian friends, and Finland, and Russians, and lots American, of course, and Spanish, and.
And will you forget these people, or?
No. I see. I think I will see them on the air.
We saw a young kid even on this trip who was 13 years old who had just gotten their ham license, who was just as excited about it as I was when I was 13. And he was saying, boy, I can't wait to get my extra class license, and I can't wait to do this, and boy, I'm going to be in there with you guys.
It's
It uses all the abilities that kids need to, that the kids are mastering these days in computer games and video games. You've got to have the right reflexes and know the strategy and so forth. But there's a person on the other side of it, not a computer.
Kilo Japan, Japan, stroke Whiskey Germany, CQ Goodwill. Whiskey Oscar 0, Quebec 59, what's my number?
One next 7 GSL, I need your prefix, over.
We change our minds once on which receive antenna we're going to use.
60W, thank you. That's 1336, okay? Thank you. Whiskey 7, Whiskey Kilo Romeo, stroke WG. Contest W7, Willie King Romeo, stroke WG. CQ Contest W7, Willie King Romeo, stroke WG.
It's a great honor of all these participating teams and everybody present in this room to call up the gold medalist for the first ever Radio Sport Championship Games. The first team, the best scoring team for this event, was John Dorr, K1AR, and Dog K1, Delta, Germany. It's, as I said, it's more of the lifestyle, and this is one group of people, and the borders and nationalities, religions and the things, they mean very little for these people. So, as we say, we would like to see that the whole world is just amateur radio, because there would be no problems in the world if we can adopt our way of doing things for the world.